I just want you to know this is probably going to be the fastest video I've ever made because it is like 40 degrees in my office. What's up, socials? Happy Savvy Tuesday. Yeah, it's like negative 20 outside and our heat is having a hard time circulating. So I want to make this like real quick so I can put my coat back on. I was having a conversation in the Facebook group for Zero to Pro Vlogger, which is a boot camp that I run, just talking about some things that people were seeing now that they've been publishing content and are measuring success. One of the questions that came across was, you know, I don't have very many YouTube subscribers, but I'm getting lots of views. I'm very excited about how much traction I'm gaining in the view department. I just don't understand why subscribers is lagging so much. This is a lot of things. You should never think that your subscriber count is going to be directly relative to your view count because it really just depends on what your call to action is at the end of the video. If you are not clear, then whatever you think might happen or maybe could happen but maybe would be really cool for you is probably not going to happen. For instance, if your call to action at the end is not please subscribe to my YouTube channel, then people are probably not going to do that. In my case, YouTube subscribers are just a super fun icing on the cake because my call to action at the end of the video is always, please subscribe to my email list. That's where I want people to hang out with me. Also, when I'm sharing my videos, I'm usually sharing a link to my website, so they're not even watching it on youtube.com if I have control over the situation, which would make it even more difficult to get the inclination that you should be subscribing to my channel. I do, however, have a fancy little item up in this corner that is an annotation that is interactive and is always in every video that would prompt you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. But unless you're playing around with that thing, and I'm not really telling you to because I have a bigger agenda in mind, you wouldn't really know. If you want more YouTube subscribers, then just make it perfectly clear that that's what you want someone to do, subscribe to your channel. And then you have to look at your views as a completely different metric. If you want to, though, you can divide your views by your subscriber count and try to figure out what the average per subscriber view count is. Ideally, that would be really high because if you have a YouTube subscriber, you would want them to watch every single video. But you're also going to get a lot of people that watch your videos that are not even YouTube users at all. That's very difficult these days because most people have a Google login, but regardless, they're just watching videos for fun. They might like or comment. They're probably more of just a watcher than they are an engager. And so you want to try to change that relationship. So asking for a comment, asking for a like, asking for a share, all of that stuff is probably going to come before you ask them to subscribe to your YouTube channel. It just depends on what you need to get out of the content to make sense for your brand awareness online. I have lost all feeling in my hands now, so I feel like this is a good place to stop. Moral of the story, just make sure that whatever is not catching up with the rest of your growth, figure out how important that is to you, and if it actually is something that you probably should have been thinking about this whole time, then include it in your content and say it out loud. If you're writing and you want people to subscribe to your email list, then type it into the blog post. Same thing with the video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you're watching the video, it should come out of your mouth. It shouldn't just be something insinuated in this whole scheme of online crazy ADD-ness. That's all for today, socials. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. Make sure you check out Savvy Sexy Social Live. My first live event is coming up here in Columbus, and we're doing a bunch more, so I hope I'm coming to a city near you and you'll join us, SavvySexySocialLive.com. And if you want to sign up for all the updates on this blog, you sign up for Amy's Elite, SavvySexySocial.com/subscribe, or click the purple bar below. I'll be back tomorrow for Sexy Wednesday.